Now, okay, I'm going to take a little pressure off the skull. Now it's interesting too, because just the thought of touching, I'm not even touching her skull, and she's getting anxious. So you know that with the deformation of the skull, that it's very, very sensitive. So it's really important that when you're doing this, you only use just a few ounces of pressure at the sutures, because the sutures of the skull still move. And we need to get appropriate movement of the cerebral spinal fluid, and if the skull bones are misaligned, then that's going to negatively affect it. Now, we also need, and you'll see she's in a hypertonic state now, but by applying pressure, because she is missing some of the curve, and I'm just going to do a small, just 2 pound of pressure. See how it has an instant calming effect on her, because this restores that nerve supply, and it also causes a calming effect on the breathing, because the nerve supply that goes down to the lungs comes out of the base of the neck. I know. Now also, we're going to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. So what I'm going to do, since we got to get more stimulus up to the brain, I'm going to contact the suboccipital and the sacrum. I'm going to be distracting, but I'm also going to be lifting her pelvis higher than her head. So we're going to stimulate the semicircular canals inside of the brain, getting more proprioception or more information going in. And here, so I'm going to apply pressure on the sacrum and on the occiput, and inverted until I feel these muscles here change in tone. And I just did. Well, that was easy. So now, you can see there's a slight spasticity. What we want to do is get these to get more relaxed, and also to get a more conscious control. Oh, stop smiling. She's actually kind of enjoying this now. Because what we're going to see over the next few weeks is we're going to have more of a cross-crawl ability, because this is about as far as she can go now. And you can also see that there's pretty significant tone. I mean, I'm putting about 2 pounds of pressure and they're not straight, but by the end of next week we should be able to see her straighten up her arms.
That's amazing.
Okay, dear? I know. The sensitivity of the skull is incredible, and there's also a lot of heat and inflammation. It's because the skull plates, they actually have an invagination of the meninges that surround the brain. So there's a lot of inflammation or encephalitis up there. Yeah, we'll get you. We'll get you better.